tell you, flying over the Golden Gate Bridge was awesome. I came in, you can come in, you see San Francisco skyline, you see the Golden Gate Bridge, you fly right over it about 1,000 feet above, and you still get a great view of the entire bridge. It's incredible. I know you can get helicopter rides. I got to tell you, I don't know what they cost, but it's probably worth it. Very, very scenic. Really enjoyed it. Probably never get to do it again, but awesome experience. Some narration with my headsets. I did not have to talk to air traffic control flying over the Golden Gate Bridge. I was flying under the Class B airspace, and I was going to do some narration. I was so awestruck, I didn't even think to narrate or anything. I'll check the video. I haven't even checked all the video yet. Check the audio, and I probably said a few ooh-ahs flying over it, but that was quite the experience. And I really enjoyed it. I doubt I'll ever be able to do that again. Would love to do it. There wasn't a lot of anxiety. I did a lot of prep for it. I thought there were a lot of rules and regulations. You can't legally fly under the Golden Gate Bridge, not because it's illegal to fly under a bridge, but because you must maintain certain distance. Golden Gate Bridge, the highest point is 700 feet. I'm not really sure where the road is, but you can't maintain a 500-foot spacing between your airplane and other things if you fly under the bridge. So you clearly violate one of the FAA regulations. That's good. I wasn't about to try to fly under the Golden Gate Bridge, but I flew over, and I flew over at about 1,000 feet above. So I maintained the appropriate clearance. And I flew over Alcatraz, and it was just incredible. And I think I got some really good videos. I looked at one of the camera videos, the one on the right wing that faces down, and got some fantastic videos off of that. So I'm hoping, well, this probably won't make it into the YouTube video because I either will have good video or I won't. But flying over Yosemite, the same. I did remember flying over the Golden Gate Bridge. I set my iPad to record, so I have the flight path recorded, I think. I haven't checked that.
Class Charlie above in 3.9 miles. Sync rate. 500.
That. Took about an hour and a half to fly from the Golden Gate Bridge to Yosemite. There was cloud cover. I flew over the cloud cover. The clouds cleared just as you got to Yosemite, and I was able to fly over parts of Yosemite. I think I got some pretty good videos of that. And again, I was going to narrate, but had a little trouble. They'd had snow there, and it was very heavy snow. Had a little trouble identifying some of the landmarks. So again, also there's an element when you do have clouds you're avoiding, and you have to stay 2,000 feet above the terrain and so on. It's better just to fly the plane and worry about your videos later. So I sort of did that with both the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and with Yosemite. yesterday I flew from Half Moon Bay to San Francisco. I flew over the Golden Gate Bridge. I flew over Alcatraz. Headed to Yosemite. Took about an hour and a half from the Golden Gate Bridge to Yosemite. Then I had plenty of fuel at full tanks at Half Moon Bay. So I turned south. I brought my oxygen with me, but I forgot to bring the breathing apparatus. And the mountains are too high just to go due east from Yosemite without oxygen. So I had to deviate south to where the mountains weren't as high. And then came back north through Barstow up to Jean, Nevada. Jean has a small airport. I thought, oh, this will be great. There's a casino hotel right by the airport. This will be nice and easy. It's Terrible's, and there's a truck stop there. There's a casino, and I think they're still open for business, but the hotel is closed. It did not survive the pandemic, apparently. So I needed to go about 12 miles south to Primm. Got a reservation at Buffalo Bills, and then took over 2 hours to finally get an Uber to pick me up. So Lyft and Uber are terrible about telling you, oh, just another minute, oh, just another minute, oh, the drivers are anywhere, they're busy with other passengers. Well, they were busy with other passengers and other duties for 2 hours. Finally, an Uber picked up. The guy that picked me up said he was bringing an elderly woman that he took to Las Vegas twice a week. Was returning her to the Reno Primm area. Saw my fare and picked me up. So I gave him a nice big tip. I was so thrilled that somebody was willing to give me a ride. So he took me to Buffalo Bills. Nice room. Probably off season after the Easter holiday because there was nobody gambling and very few tourists that I could see. Parking lot was mostly empty. Got a nice sleep in the room, got up the next morning, got ready to go. Went up to the front desk and said, do you have a taxi stand? No, but they have a taxi. But we'll warn you, they charge $175. $100 flat fee, $75 whatever the meter shows. That's what the meter typically shows going to Las Vegas. I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to the Jean Airport 12 miles north, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Called up the taxi, and they said, oh, I'd have to get special permission to not bring you to Las Vegas. The manager that can approve that is not going to come in for an hour or two. So, sorry. Well, I started to say, well, I'll give you $75 just to take me to Jean, but hung up, so I went to the Uber Lyft route again, and finally went and made a sign. I'll pay $150 for a ride to the Jean Airport. And security pounced on me. I'm really sorry. They're very polite. Primm Casino Security. Very polite. I'm sorry, sir, we can't have you soliciting out here. Can't have you holding a sign. But the woman's name was Eleanor, working security. She said, I'll see if I can find you a ride. So she had a friend, CJ, and his wife. And about 10 minutes later, they came by and says, yeah, we'll give you a ride. So I paid them what I would have paid the taxi. Didn't ask for it, but I said, you know, it's only fair. They didn't turn it down, and they were very friendly, nice couple. They have 5 children. The youngest has got a football scholarship to Kansas, so they were excited about that. I talked about flying my little airplane, and they drove me up to the airport, dropped me off, and very nice people. So I had a very positive experience with about half the people I met, a very negative experience with Lyft and Uber. Lyft and Uber in small towns, they'll claim they have drivers, but they don't. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. That's I hate to say it, with the friendly people I met in Jean or in Primm, I probably will never return, just because of the lousy taxi situation. Don't think anybody likes to wait 2 hours to get a taxi ride.